Hi, I'm Kirk Walker, and I'm the head softball coach at Oregon State University, and I've been involved in Division I athletics for 29 years. I've been very fortunate to be a part of some successful programs and be around some great athletes, work with the Olympic team and the national team, and I can honestly say that there have been many game-changing moments during my life and my career when it comes to the coming out process. One thing that I know is important is that those moments mean a lot. And for me, being able to speak out publicly back in 2005 and make a statement about my sexuality in the media was an opportunity for me to be a game changer. And that was powerful. I didn't realize how powerful it would be until a few years later when I have received thousands of comments and emails from people across the country who are out or who are not out, who are young and confused, and who have been retired from their professions for 30 years. It's really amazing to hear those stories. Specifically for me, a moment where I realized I was a game changer and was pretty proud of that fact was when Rick Welch reached out to me from the Phoenix Suns and had told me the story that for 4 weeks prior to him running his story through the New York Times, which was an absolute game changer moment for sports in general. He had been carrying around the article done on me and my adoption with my daughter and my partner. And that was powerful for me to realize that my story in my world could affect somebody that was that successful, that powerful in the sports industry to make a major step and become a game changer himself. So that was a big one for me. Personally, for me, moments that I can remember that were game changers for me was I remember driving from Oregon down to LA and having listened to Dave Pallone's book, Behind the Mask, and realized that it was not only me that was dealing with this in sport, that there was other people in sport that were having the courage to either be themselves or had spent a lot of time of their life in the sports world behind a mask or behind that stigmatism of fear of homosexuality. I think Dave Kopay's book has been amazing at changing also the perspective for me and being a game changer. And of course, Billy Beane's book. All of those books, I think, for me personally, were game changers because they were sports figures that were successful, that had done well, and that had the strength to be able to say, you know what, I hid it for a long time, but this is who I am. And I think that's important. But another part, I think, of the game changer movement that I think is so powerful is that it's going to deal specifically with a lot of you out there that may be in elementary school or in junior high, and you don't really know exactly what is going on with you and your sexuality, and that's okay. But it's also important to know that it's also valid and okay if your sexuality happens to be that you are gay or bisexual. You can be successful in the sports world. You can be in an environment where it is accepting and rewarding to be around other people that will accept you. For me, the power of the ally, the straight ally, is amazing. And it's so incredible to see so many colleges and universities and even at high schools that are doing projects with Game Changer. To be able to create an environment where the language gets changed. The homophobic slurs or the negatives are just going to be looked upon as saying, you know what, it's just not cool. You know what, I'm not gay, but you know what, I think that's kind of just not needed here. We don't need it. And I think those are the things about the Game Changer program that, for me, are so exciting to see what will happen in the next 10 years for sports, for athletes and coaches and people that love sport and around sport to be able to be in an environment where bullying just is not accepted. I think the last thing that I want to talk about in terms of Game Changer is some of the amazing work of some of those straight allies with Hudson Taylor and what he's doing with Athlete Ally, with Ben Cohen, his stand-up group, Stand Up Against Homophobia and Bullying. It's amazing. And I think not only for straight allies to be able to come out of the closet, but also for students and athletes at any age to feel that they can compete on a team in sport and not have to fear or shy away from being a part of something positive because of their sexuality. And at the end of the day, those game changer moments for all of us will continue to happen as we move forward.